very warm welcome to New Milton Rugby Club in the heart of the New Forest for the 2019 Hampshire RFU Colts Cup final, as two very talented sides, host New Milton, take on the visitors Wimborne in front of a fantastic crowd. Full match action coming your way, but first up, let's meet the teams. Wimborne Colts, under coach and director of rugby Barry Maidment, have had a season to remember. One game away from securing the league title and heading into their third cup final this year. The previous two finals, their only two defeats in what has been a terrific campaign. The starting 15 then, and in the front row in this dangerous Wimborne pack, Morgan Goddard will be hooking, and either side of him two outstanding props in Declan Miller and the man who will be tough to stop today, the one and only Marley Glavin. In the second row, the key to this team's line-out success over the season, Ed Allen provides the lifting power, while Johannes March-Ludick is one of the tall men for hooker Goddard to target. In the back row today, three players that will be crucial if Wimborne are going to win this final. Flankers Jordan Warren and Alex Rhino Robinson provide both pace and stopping power, while Kai Harding is the third big unit in this pack. Next up, the half-backs. Captain and fly half Charlie Ford is that vital link to the centres for scrum half Jake Alder, whose box kicking in today's windy conditions could be testing for New Milton. Centres Leo Marengi and Dan Clark continue their fantastic partnership, and the duo will be looking to cause all sorts of trouble for their opponents today on both the crash ball in attack and defensively in terms of their pace and power in diffusing New Milton's dangerous middlemen. Afterburners on, ladies and gentlemen. Elusive speedsters Ryan Wright and Tyke Harries start as the wingers, and at fullback, bearing an uncanny resemblance to the Welsh legend JPR Williams, is Ben Tinsdale. But in the modern game, it's not just about the starting players. The bench is also strong for Wimborne. 8 replacements today, and all of them could have a role to play in this match. Let's take a look at the Wimborne lineup then, and while we do that, a mention for the backroom staff. Forwards coaches Gwyn Pugh and Russ Tinsdale, backs coaches Sandy Eddington and Ed Snook, with assistant managers Johannes Luddick Sr. and Clive Thorpe. And last but not least, the glue that holds everything together, S-Max manager Trevor Smith. Thanks to him for his help in making this film. Right, let's hear from coach Barry Maidment, and first of all, captain Charlie Ford.
So we've done well. We've been in 3 finals so far: the South West final, the Dorset final, and now the Hampshire final. Yeah, we've done well. We've gone undefeated and lost 2 games in January, but yeah, now we're back on form for February and March, so it should be a good game.
So you're up for it today?
Yeah, really up for it. Everyone's feeling it. In the changing room's good buzz.
What's the preparation been like? What sort of things are you looking for from today's game?
So everything we've been working on going into the rucks strong, playing a good forwards game, and then using the backs. Got a good set of backs with us. So yeah, just playing an all-round good game. Make sure we've got the offloads, sort of doing the simple stuff well, stuff like that.
Looking forward to today's final?
Yeah, I'm looking to be exciting. Should be quite good. We've had quite a good season, so let's see how it goes today.
Yeah, tell us about how the team have been playing this year, because it has been excellent, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've had some really good games, and we've also had some indifferent games, and it's basically their top 2 inches that changes every week. You're never quite sure who's going to turn up, but yeah, they play some really good rugby, and we were in the Dorset Wilts Cup final, which we lost 8-5. We got to the last 8 in the National Cup, and we've got this cup final, the Hampshire Cup final today, and then next week after, we got one more game to win the Dorset Wilts League. So yeah, that basically they've had quite a good season. They're a good bunch of lads. No superstars.
Just a good team.
Just a good team, good balanced team. Yeah.
Okay. And what sort of team lineup have you got today? Have you got all your strong boys today?
Yep. Yeah, we've got everybody that we would usually use. We are pretty self-sufficient. Yeah, all these lads are homegrown through the mini and youth, so which is good for the club.
Wimborne's opponents today are New Milton Colts, who've had their share of success this season. Division 2 league title winners, and through to this final after a nail-biting semi-final win against Andover. Time to meet the players then. First up, the pack, and in the front row, Alex Baker and Jack Charteris will be propping either side of the talented youngster Liam McCurdy, who's made quite an impact in his first year of Colts rugby. In the second row, 2 players with no off switch, Frankie McCracken and Tom Belbin. look at their angelic little faces. Don't be fooled though, the smiling assassins will be a tricky problem for Wimborne today. Into the doghouse, Brennan Fry will be barking his way through the match, and with Toby Budge, the New Milton flanking duo have been superb all season. And completing the back row at number 8, pick and smash specialist, captain Jude Payne-Owen. Next up, the half-backs. Mark Harburn continues his excellent form as the buzzing scrum half in this team, and Campbell Golding, despite a nasty crash while out cycling just 2 days before the game, is all taped up and good to go at fly half. The centres have been key to New Milton's performances this year. Elliot Pegg's flat, in-your-face defence breaks up the opposition play, while Ollie Woodhouse has caused some pretty spectacular crash ball carnage in the big matches. There's genuine pace and passion in the backs. Tricky wingers Taylor Hurst and Bruce Hinkson will make gains even when surrounded. And James Miller, despite some injury problems this season, is fit to start today's final and show his terrific pace ball in hand. And the replacements today for New Milton could be the difference in this match. Sammy Smith can play anywhere in the backs. Simon Cooper and Alex Good will certainly feature in the pack at some point. And talented youngsters Joe Eldridge, George Jones and Gabe Short are undoubted stars of the future. Colts head coach Ian Krzysztofiak has only been with this team for half the season, but has a fantastic group around him to help look after the squad. Coaches Rowan Thomas, Malcolm Randall and Brendan Treacy, and alongside the backroom staff, one of the best Colts managers in the business, Danielle Baker. Time now to hear from Coach Krzysztofiak.
Tell us a little bit about this team.
Wow, where do I start? Mavericks would be the first word that comes to the mind. Second word would be the film The Dirty Dozen. They are a complete varied bunch, but one of the closest bunches I've coached. And obviously I've taken the lead from Malcolm and Brendan back in November. So I've had about 5 months with them. Been great. Look, really enjoyed it. Had to throw in a bit of discipline, but their skill levels have been very good, and their hunger to win is their key ingredient. Multi-talented in all the areas. Maybe not the biggest side, certainly not the biggest squad. They've got here with 16, maybe 17 if we're lucky, and against some big squads in divisions higher. So they've done really well.
And what are you looking for from today's final?
A win, really. You know, a final, forget all the glamour, it's about winning the game. You don't come this far to think, right, okay, we've done it, got to the final, let's just play some great rugby and see what happens. So I'm hoping that they'll be clinical, but keep playing their good rugby, which is they love playing wide. And they've got a really nice rhythm to the game. They take it up at the right times. So it'd be nice to finish it off with a win today.
And finally, who are you looking for big games from today?
Well, we've got to have a big game from the halfbacks. You know, Mark and Cam. If we have a big game from them, and that just reminds me, as long as we have another big game from Mad Dog with Jude and to start with Toby. So if the back row and halfbacks play well, it means that we can really unleash Ollie in the centre for quick ball, and that's the key. So again, front five just doing enough, but the back row and halfbacks have to perform. If they do that, I think, we'll see.
We will see indeed. It's time for the final, and in charge of today's match, experienced referee Peter Woodward. Best of luck to Peter and to all the players. We're good to go here at New Milton. We've got Wimborne Colts nearest the camera in the green for the first half, and in the dark blue and green it's New Milton, with their fly half Campbell Golding about to get things underway. And I'm delighted to say, joining me from the New Milton club as my co-commentator today, Brendan Treacy. Brendan, welcome to the commentary booth. Looking forward to this one?
Thank you very much. Absolutely looking forward to this one. I've been looking forward to it all week, and I know the club has too. We're expecting a strong and physical game from Wimborne, but I know the lads are really up for it today, so we're looking forward to an exciting game.
And a quick note, we've got an early change of lineup because Taylor Hurst, the winger for New Milton, unfortunately injured in the warm-up. Got a dead leg from Sammy Smith, who's actually the man that replaces him. So we're underway with the Hampshire Colts Cup final. Good early movement here from Wimborne, and a fantastic covering tackle from the captain, Jude Payne-Owen. He's going to be crucial for New Milton's efforts today. And this is how we expect to see Wimborne play this match. Good rumbling forward work, and they've got an early reward.
Clear penalty there, not releasing the tackler, but you've got to be aggressive in the early parts of this game. But look at the work here from Jude Payne as he tracks across the park, literally horizontally across the park, expecting the players to put the ball out wide. He comes all the way across, even got time to do his hair en route. Flat pass from Wimborne, straight out to the winger. Jude is just tracking all the way across, and that's possibly a try-safe and tackle early part of the game.
Yeah, good bit of work from the New Milton captain. But it means a penalty for Wimborne, and their kicking scrum half, Jake Alder, finds touch. And Brendan, that means we get an early look at what is a superb Wimborne line-out.
Yeah, they've got a very tall jumper there for Wimborne. The kick probably didn't go as far as they'd like. They'd like to put that in the corner and put some real pressure on New Milton straight away. All we want to do here is get up in the air as early as possible, put some pressure on the kicker. The wind's going straight into his face. If we can turn this over, this would be a real good game settler for New Milton, so let's see.
Goddard then the hooker with the throw-in, and straight to the front of that line for March-Ludick. That means Charlie Ford, the fly half, can be released. So into contact. Oh, a little low on that pass, so Robinson made to bend down for that. Takes away the initial impetus. First box kick from Alder, but easily covered by Sammy Smith, and Sammy Smith's got the afterburners on already. Good pick up from Miller. Oh, what a hit. Good effort from Ford, the Wimborne captain. And once again, New Milton have their hands on the ball. Feed off from the scrum half to the second row. And once again, Harburn, a decent ball there from the bottom of that ruck. And Brendan, a lively start here from both teams.
Very lively. New Milton are doing really well at recycling the ball. Jude's made some breaks here now.
And Payne Owen on the hoof. Oh, he cuts back inside, and again. And unfortunately, the chance gone begging. And a second chance in this match for a try. This time goes to the home side, New Milton, but a good recovery from Wimborne.
Yeah, it's typical New Milton Colts style of play, very cavalier. They should have really just settled down in the 22 there and played a defensive, easy defensive game, but in true New Milton Colts style, they really ran out there 22. Something we wouldn't look to coach, but I guess these guys can do that sort of thing.
What do we know, eh, Brendan?
Exactly.
So, line out ball, clearance from Alder.
So New Milton now are really going to have a think about it just to try and consolidate. Maybe take a bit of pace out of the game, get a good clear jump and put some attack through the centres. We'd look to try and get New Milton number 12, Ollie Woodhouse, through the centre, a big hard running player. And he's quite new in that position as well, but he's been devastating in the games he's played so far.
Little look back at that early run from Sammy Smith. Miller dumped out of it in the end, and then this is the move from Payne Owen. Lovely feed from Liam McCurdy. And then he's on his way.
Yeah, Jude's featured a lot already in this game.
Second cutback though, just did for them there. But good early signs, very encouraging at the moment for both teams, and this fantastic crowd here at New Milton, Brendan, being given a bit of a treat early doors.
Absolutely.
First New Milton line out. Liam McCurdy, the hooker with the throw, and well contested. That's going to be a problem today for New Milton. Those two tall players in the line for Wimborne are going to disrupt.
We probably rushed that one, went a bit early, didn't move the line enough, but their jumper got up in front of ours, and that was as simple as that.
Centres into the action for Wimborne. That's Merengue taken down. Not quick ball, oh dear, and a knock on. That was a chance for an early carry there for the big man, Marley Glavin, the prop. But just couldn't contain the ball.
I think he looked up and saw his opposite number, Liam McCurdy, out there, and didn't fancy the chances there.
So knock on. Scrum down with New Milton put in, but that's not as easy as it sounds. This Wimborne scrum has functioned very well during the course of what has been a superb season for them. So scrum half. Mark Harburn will put in. This has got to be accurate. And a big heave. Big push from Wimborne, well controlled by New Milton. And a bit of room here to work again. Payne Owen to Elliot Pegg. Cuts back inside. And Payne Owen once again picks up and goes to ground, so New Milton set. And that's good quick ball Frankie McCracken driving on, takes 3 men to stop him, and he's still not down. Good work from Wimborne. And they get the benefit of the put in at the scrum.
Very unlucky there. Frankie was fighting his way down to the ground. The player didn't really roll away, and really we should have had a Turner penalty for New Milton. You see Frankie coming in here, he's fighting hard to get to the ground. As he does, the tackler should release straight away there. Now the guy from Wimborne is fighting with the ball, and he should have released there, and that should have been a penalty for New Milton, not that way round. This will be another test for Jack Charters here with the big prop from Wimborne, Galvin here. Let's see how Jack does. The tighter propper is going to try and push Jack in, but Jack's got a good strong back here, and he did well last time to hold him in. Here you can see the prop trying to work him. Jack could just be slightly lower, but we're getting a nudge on and pulling it round here, which is going to force them to kick to the corner and potentially not play out as wide.
Well, going to fly half and into the centres. Good carry from Dan Clark. Once again, New Milton wise to that move, so they come back onto the inside, and Glavin with a good thundering run. We'll see a few of those from him today. Not easy to put down, the big prop. Now surely the box kick coming. Yeah, Alder. And that's coming field. Nice catch from James Miller, and a chance to show his pace now. The New Milton full back away. Lovely stepping. Oh, just gets tapped there.
Great work from Bruce there to come right off the blindside wing to come over and help. And it's put a bit more pressure on Wimborne as they try and attack back up through the centres there.
Good work from Wimborne again. The little kick over the top. Oh dear. And you can see James Miller hobbling. And I'm afraid, Brendan, that troublesome hamstring has gone again.
Yeah, it's played him for majority of the season so far. He's done really well to come back from it. But you can see it just as he takes the ball, tries to put a bit of pace on, it really goes. It's probably gone somewhere around there. He's fighting through it. Then as he releases the ball out, you can see he's really just picked it up just there. It's not in the knock, it's just a hamstring strain that's happened from the part of the season. But that's a good bit of play for New Milton. But there we're really looking to settle the game down and get the ball with a bit of composure. The offloads there probably aren't on at this stage of the game.
Well, what a shame for James Miller. He's off, and replacement George Jones is on. So George will come into the wing position, one of the younger players in the team, but a real prospect, and that means Sammy Smith, the versatile Sammy Smith, changes to fullback. New Milton will take that. Under pressure with their line-outs today, and a chance again to build something. Campbell Golding stopped midfield, and a penalty this time goes New Milton's way. So about 50-50 at the moment on those penalties, and they get going early.
Yeah, we're lucky to get those penalties at this stage of the game. We'd ideally want to kick the ball down into the corners, but the wind's not in our favour, so maybe the tap and go is the right options here, and we're making some good hard yards.
Good first run for Bruce Hinkson, the winger. No, and I'm afraid another knock on. And a bit of advantage being played here by the ref. Don't see Charlie Ford kicking all that much, and that's probably why. Straight down the throat of Sammy Smith at fullback. Oh dear, and that's not his Sunday best either.
Certainly wasn't, but Wimborne is slow to receive the ball, which gives us a bit of time to get our defence organised.
Well, a bit of tennis going on back and forth with the kicks. Hinkson under this one, great catch, and he's going to go for the line now and just try and get a bit of pace into the game. Good run from Hinkson, but finally taken into touch, so another line out for Wimborne.
Yeah, that was a great bit of play from Bruce there. He's come right across his blindside wing and managed to take the catch. He's got 3 Wimborne defenders in front of him, doesn't put him off his catch, but tracks across, stands up the prop. Just didn't quite have enough field there to come around, but great bit of play there from Bruce, working really hard off of his blind side.
Cover from Wimborne captain Charlie Ford to get him into touch. Short line out, Kai Harding, the number 8 taking the catch. That opens up the backs and allows the flanker to come into the action, but again Wimborne not able to take that chance. Nice cover once more from New Milton. New Milton back with their hands on the ball, but more good work from the captain.
Absolutely. We just really want to try and stretch the play a little bit wide if we can. Get the ball to Bruce out there on the wing and stretch the Wimborne defence as much as we can.
Not the quickest of balls, and Liam McCurdy make do scrum half at the bottom of that one. Another decent carry this time from Brennan Fry. Into Golding in midfield. That's the ball they're trying to play a lot of today. And the first time we've really seen Ollie Woodhouse come into the action. He's going to pick this one up as well. Slightly fortunate for New Milton, but it's an impressive side. Woodhouse on the hoof, takes it into contact once more. And Wimborne in a bit of trouble here. And brilliant work from Alex Baker. Oh, good strength from the prop, and the line very close.
Yeah, just held up there unfortunately, but if we get the ball back here now, we could be in a good attacking position again.
New Milton looking at their options, keeping it tight.
Just want the boys to run low and hard here and soak up the defence until a space opens up.
And dragging McCracken and Payne Owen into the action. Oh, lovely little feed off to Fry. Fry with the line in sight, and the ball is out of his hands. Knock-on advantage played then. And this will go Wimborne's way, and that was mighty close to our first try.
It was. It will come, and that's what we need in this game. Just a bit of patience, bit of ball retention, and it will come. These tries are built up over a few phases, not just of one. But great work here from Alex, very strong, holding off 4 players from Wimborne there, and finally just runs out a bit of a pace. But the boys have got to be on his back and clear him out and drive him through. Did well to get the ball back there.
Once again, the scrum half, Alder. The clearance, just very tough in these conditions. Heavy wind blowing into this pitch just a little from the side, but it really has been swirling, and the conditions not easy for kicking, not easy for handling, and maybe that's one of the reasons that Fry spilled the ball here, Brendan.
Yeah, it's trying to offload the player here instead of maybe just taking it in. Good hard yards, the boys have come and cleared out, and again we could have spun the ball wide there. It's just trying to do too much too soon.
Well, easy for us to say from the commentary booth. We've got a wider view of the game, but down there in a cup final, it's tough. Bit of fortune for Wimborne in the line out. Robinson at the bottom of the action there, just gets the ball out to Alder. Oh, that's great work from McCracken, and spotted that all the way. Saw Luddick with the pickup and just stopped him dead. That's a superb bit of work from the second row. And Alder once again goes to the box kick, and this one out, relieving a bit of pressure from Wimborne, but a great spot from McCracken there at the bottom of that ruck.
Absolutely. Frankie here is not looking at the ball, which a lot of players do. Gets low, picks his player up and drives him back. Thomas Belbin now comes around the back and looking to assist Frankie as he drives the ball back right over the bit of play here, puts him back a good couple of metres. Not only does it put the forwards back, the attacking back line has to retreat, so it puts them under pressure as well.
The result, throw into the line out, and it's a good long throw into Payne Owen, the captain from McCurdy. But he was picked up fairly easily. Makes the ball available. Unfortunately, Wimborne again transgress.
Yeah, they're just not keeping off their feet there, so they're just driving over the rucks and falling onto the floor. They've got to keep on their feet when they go beyond the ball here.
Golding going for the corner, and the wind's got hold of this one. Oh dear. And that goes dead. So first chance to see the big boot of Campbell Golding, but it was a bit too big, Brendan.
It was a bit too big. He's probably allowing a bit too much for the wind here. Probably wasn't as strong as he thought, but with a boot like that, he just can take a bit of pace off that, I think. He's got a great kick, Campbell, when it comes in.
Yeah, it takes time to get going in these cup finals sometimes, and he was trying to be very precise there, put that one right in the corner next to the flag. Unfortunately, it's going to be Wimborne ball again after a decent bit of pressure from New Milton. Frustration for Golding.
Yeah, frustrated may be, but the ref's given Wimborne a chance there for a scrum back, which they've opted for.
Good decision from the referee. Alder feeds Ford. Ford missing his man and going to the winger. So Tiger Harry's coming in off his wing to take that ball midfield, and another knock on. It's chilly down there.
It is, it's blowy, people are making mistakes, but it was a great tackle there from Ollie Woodhouse managing just to release the ball from the Wimborne player at the last moment, which gives us the knock on.
Yeah, Woodhouse, the wrecking ball in the centres for New Milton. He's had an outstanding season, and they need him to have a very big game today. Harben then, with the put in at scrum half, really made that position his own over the last couple of seasons. And good pick up from Payne Owen, goes to Harben, Harben wide to Woodhouse, another chance for Woodhouse to go. He's a strong man. And Wimborne couldn't put him down. Again, keeping it tight. McCurdy with the carry. McCracken straight over. Harben gets the ball in hand again. Fly half. Golding going to change the line here. Where's he off to?
That's a great bit of play there. The space was round there on the blind. Just want to recycle this ball again. Maybe take it one more time. Stretch the Wimborne defence if we can. Just keep the ball here. Take it down and we'll come back around on the open side again.
Good work from McCracken, Fry and then Baker. And this decision is going New Milton's way. So good endeavour out to the sideline. Nearly another quick one from Harben, but I think they may go for touch here, Brendan.
I would hope so. Wimborne here just trying to slow our game down. They don't like the way we're playing at the moment, which is off the cuff rugby. No, they've gone for a quick one.
Baker out to the sideline, close to being in touch there, but just recycles. Oh dear. Well, Harben trying to be very precise with that pass. They're going to be coming back, I'm afraid. Frustration for the Wimborne captain, Charlie Ford. That just held up in the wind.
The ref did not play much of an advantage at all from that knock-on. He could have, the guys would have been through, and you can see the frustration there on the Wimborne's number 10 face, Charlie Ford. To see as he knocks it on, that should be advantage. He's picked it up and had his right to go, but the ref's pulled him back.
Yeah, whistle had already gone, so New Milton players had stopped. Wimborne were alive to the fact that there was a possible advantage there, but back for the scrum. Oh, that's a good drive. Superb from Wimborne. They look very good in the pack. Out to the centres, Merengue hit and hit hard, and that's classic Elliot Pegg, up and flat, making the tackle.
Absolutely, just putting the guy under pressure, making him wonder what to do with the ball. Just holds his nerve and sits the boy down, and he spills it in the tackle. It was a great play from Elliot. Yeah, clean ball from 9 to 10. 10 should really be running straight here, but he's drifting across the park, which makes it easy for us to defend. The 13 doesn't really interest anybody, which allows Elliot just to hold his nerve. Merengue there should have really just tried to push through, got the ball down and play outside again, but Elliot held him up there lovely. Good job.
Scrum again, and New Milton put in with Mark Harben. Middle of the field, so they've got a bit of space both sides here. You can see where Golding stood, but I know what move's coming here. Cross he goes. This will be Harben wide to the fly half. Now, can they open it up from here? Oh, lovely little chip kick. This is going to bounce nicely for Sammy Smith. No. Oh, so close. Well, not the first knock-on today. It certainly won't be the last, but that was a second genuine opportunity at the try line.
Good clean ball from Mark there, but the Wimborne pack really working Jack Charters hard here. Ball away from 9 to 10. A little bit high, which makes Campbell have to jump, probably takes him off his step and takes the pace out of his run. Otherwise, he may have had a look to go himself. Clearly see the tacklers coming across from Wimborne, puts the ball behind at least 3 defenders there, so Smith should be able to get this ball. Unfortunately, in the receiver trying to get the ball, the Wimborne tackler comes across and makes it a little bit difficult to knock on in the process.
Alder then with the put in for Wimborne. And that is a very solid scrum indeed. One department of this Wimborne game that is working. Another box kick. Well, Jones lets that go, but then picks it up and escapes the attentions of Harries. Over to Woodhouse. Woodhouse on to Sammy Smith, and a run here on for Sammy Smith. But just gets taken down by the 2 defenders. Good work from Bruce Hinkson just to keep that ball alive. And a great run from McCracken, feed to Fry, but I'm afraid foot in touch. Lively stuff here from New Milton.
Absolutely, putting a bit of pace onto the game. Great bit of touch from George Jones as he comes in, gets his first touch of the game, manages to rip himself out of this one and ultimately hop out of it. But puts a bit of pace on here and puts the ball out wide, which starts to stretch the Wimborne defence.
Slippery, I think they call that.
Absolutely, that's what being a bit younger does.
Great stuff here from Jones. Then the feed to Woodhouse. Woodhouse straightens it up, and then a very nice pass, just flighted out to Smith, who did have Pegg on the outside. He was thinking about it, but decides to take it into contact, and watch that from Pegg, followed by Hinkson. That's good work from New Milton. Got a solid line out for Wimborne. Great take from Luddick. Haven't seen a lot of this from Wimborne yet, the catch and drive, but we know they're good at it, and this is certainly proof.
probably the first clean line out they've had, which is why they've driven this one. And the box kick now, they're trying to put a pressure on the blindside wing there. Didn't go as far as they'd wanted.
No, that's held up right in the wind and dropped straight on Mark Harburn's head, who's done very well to catch it. And here goes Payne Owen. No. Well, he broke the tackle, looked for the offload and just couldn't find his man.
Very unlucky there. We've got some sort of advantage here.
Yeah, it was advantage being played. That's why the New Milton captain, Payne Owen, decided to have a little dart. That was a free play. And now we are going to see New Milton go for touch. Campbell Golding punts it out. And this is Payne Owen at his best.
Has a little look, decides to go himself. Got Alex right on his back here, driving nice and hard. Gets over the gain line there and manages to break the tackles as he goes through. Real alert player here, and manages to get the ball away in the process.
But not where he wanted it to go. Frustration then for Payne Owen. And a bit of frustration overall for New Milton. We've had 20 minutes or so now, and they've had chances, and we're still 0-0.
Yep, very nip and tuck at the moment.
The long throw easily picked off by Kai Harding, but not straight. No, in fact, it's gone against Wimborne. So a bit of invasion of space there from Wimborne, and another chance for New Milton to get this ball moving. Pegg taken down, they need numbers here. Once again, Hinkson, the first man on the scene. Good work from the winger, and good work from McCracken, who picks and goes, and that try line is mighty close again. Oh, huge effort from Wimborne just to hold him up. And another chance goes begging.
Same as before, just a little bit high into contact. Very unfortunate again. Not quite sure. Wouldn't mind another look at that one, but they're not really given the chance for the tackler to roll away or the ball carrier to get the ball back. So it's probably an early call in my book.
Good numbers from Wimborne when they really needed it on that line. But look how close New Milton are with this scrum. So even though it's Wimborne's put in with Alder, pressure in terms of territorial advantage still being applied here for New Milton. They're playing the game in Wimborne's half at the moment. Another great push from the scrum. Pick up from Harding. Harding to Alder, and Alder goes for the clearance kick. This is tight, but it's fine.
Textbook exit there from Wimborne. 8 picks up, goes down, and a clearance kicks. What you'd expect in the training park, that sort of play. Very good play.
Well, you said you wanted another look, Brendan. Right on cue. Here we go.
Exactly as before. Frankie takes the ball in, manages to get low. The guy gets underneath him here and starts to tussle with the ball.
Yeah, that's the man they call Rhino, Alex Robinson, with another strong piece of work on the line from the flanker.
Boys have just got to get low here, make some hard yards. Don't try and score from so close out. Make it easier for Sells a bit later on. Would he just gone a bit lower, down to ground earlier, recycle the ball, get it out to your wings and maybe get a try.
Curdy, long throw again to the back of the line, and this has gone Wimborne's way. Chance for Wimborne then to really open up here. This is great work out wide, and trouble. Good tackle from Brennan Fry. Fantastic stuff from Wimborne, but a great covering tackle from Fry for New Milton, and the ball spilled again by Robinson. And I think both teams now, Brendan, really starting to get their teeth into this one.
Yeah, you can see it, they're both hungry as soon as they get the ball in hand with a bit of pace on the tries, they want to see him come. But here, Wimborne really stretching the Milton defence. Unfortunate missed tackle here from Bruce. He should just hang inside him a bit longer. Got low enough, the guy just managed to hold him off, but cuts right back in. And here you'll see they get the ball back nice and early, but in desperation to try and score, the receiving player is just trying to do too much again here and snatches at it. But again, Elliot Pegg right up in the guy's face, which is where you want him.
Yeah, good defence from Pegg. Fantastic run as well from Ryan Wright, the winger in the number 11 shirt from Wimborne. He's a lively customer. So scrum just going off axis. We're going to reset. I think New Milton have coped very well with a brilliant scrummaging machine from Wimborne. They are playing superbly.
They're a well-drilled pack. Probably got a good few pounds on each of our players, but we're doing really well. The front row of Jack Chartres, Liam McCurdy and Alex Baker really working hard there. And our probably second rows are really pushing them through, but it's hard work in the scrums.
It is, and last 20 of this game, we'll see whether New Milton can still hold Wimborne, because this is brilliant work from them. Good solid scrum though. That allows Campbell Golding once again to try and kick for space. Goes cross field. Easily read and picked up by the fullback, Ben Tinsdale, but he's going to be dumped out here. Goodness me, welcome to the game, Mr. Tinsdale.
That's a perfect kick, just what you want. Put him nice and wide, stretch the fullback there, wingers up, across, put him under the fence, and that's a line out for New Milton.
Ferocious defence from New Milton. Great follow-up from a very good kick. And Tinsdale being given a bit of a welcome here from both Jones and Smith.
Jones just looking to hustle the guy out and almost ripping the ball in the process, but really unceremonially dumped on the sideline there.
I think Mr. Tinsdale there, ready for his close-up. On we go. McCurdy from the line again. Once more, short numbers. It was a good effort. You could see what they were trying to do with that shortened line out and also the short throw. McCracken coming round. But again, very, very wise to it. Look at Luddick here. Doesn't go airborne, stays on the floor, makes the challenge.
Yeah, New Milton having to really try everything to try and beat the line-outs, but they've not realised that the main jumper from Wimborne hasn't tracked back. That was a good opportunity there to put the middle pod up and just dummy around the front. But we're trying stuff, which is the main thing.
Yeah, it'll come. And that's the point. We're watching young players here right at the start of their rugby careers. About half of each team will be progressing into the senior ranks, and we do hope they keep playing because there's some real talent out there.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys have played a number of years together, particularly a very successful under-16 side under Simon West, and it's starting to show its worth now.
Oh dear, Alder just behind the shoulder of his captain, Charlie Ford, but that's a good pick-up from Tinsdale, who misses his man. But a little knock on there, possibly fingertips from Pegg, just taking it away from Dan Clark, and that allowed the score for New Milton. Well, it'll be interesting to see this one again on slow-mo.
Yeah, very nervous play from Wimborne here, but Elliot Pegg again right up on the line, looking to intercept. Ooh, yeah, I think that probably came off of Wimborne's shoulder there. He was very unlucky not to get that, but the ref hasn't got the benefit of was slow motion, so that's a fair call. But yeah, Elliot right in the face there, and that's what you've got to be as a centre, make the receivers nervous.
And to be fair, no complaints from Elliot Pegg, just jogs back to his position, so maybe a fingernail on that one. Alder then with the put in. Wimborne really do need to clear their lines. Ford now running around. Clark goes wide once again to right. Right snag though. Wimborne have got to go again. Some great work on the ground from both teams. Good trundling run from number 4, Edward Allen. And a chance again for Glavin, and Glavin goes and taken down. That's incredible stuff from Bruce Hinkson. And that's what you want to see from your wingers.
Yeah, hungry winger working hard.
Quick restart from Harben. Payne Owen again, looking for space, looking for the offload. But has to take it into contact. Harben keeps it moving. McCracken knocked down in the tackle by Wimborne. Ball's still live. And this is good pressure from New Milton once again, and Wimborne have got to be careful here. Calm heads required. Now, can they find an exit? Alder looking around at his options. Goes flat. Oh, and behind the line, and Wimborne in trouble here. And Ollie Woodhouse, Liam McCurdy, McCracken all in there, just trying to hold him up. And this is going to go New Milton's way. Super patient defensive play.
Very strong there from Ollie. Elliot again coming up, putting pressure on the pass. Scum half here, not quite sure what to do. They should be looking for a kick and chase, but opt for a pass across the front of your post, which is always difficult. There's Elliot. 12 taking it in, meets the strong arms of Ollie Woodhouse, and there's no going away from there. And yet alone when Liam comes in and joins the party. There's no going anywhere from there.
And another classic not in our house play from New Milton. Look at this. Wimborne now in serious trouble right on their line, and trying to get out of trouble with the scrum. Well, another chance there, but the ball just a little high to Hinkson, who just couldn't control it.
Harburn picking the ball up from a scrum going backwards under pressure, really looking for him to offload to Woodhouse coming through the centres. Unfortunately, ball goes out wide to Hinkson. In this instance, he's not expecting it, but did a great job to claim it back in the end.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt there to Hinkson. That came to him very late. No damage done. Another scrum, another chance for Wimborne to show what they can do. This terrific pack of theirs. You can see the Wimborne fans on the far side of the field. And a lot of nervous faces there amongst the parents, I have to say, and the substitutes. This has been a very, very tough start to this Hampshire Colts Cup final for them. Good movement from the pack. Alder, no, just too low. But picked up nicely from Marengi. Marengi looking for Clark, he's got him. And Clark now against Golding, he's outpaced Golding. Woodhouse though over and picks up the winger, Harries, and dumps him out. Another superb bit of work, this time from Woodhouse.
Yeah, that's a hungry centre for you, tracked all the way across, even decided to leave the outside centre there and came back and received the inside pass. Ball coming wide, missing the 10, should have gone to the 10. 12 making a really good solid run here, handing off a couple of defenders in the park. You can see Woodhouse here, not too happy about being handed off there, comes back and gets his just rewards in a second now. Realises the ball's going back inside, picks up the winger, picks him up.
Literally.
Walks him right out of the pitch.
Great work from Woodhouse. Harry's dumped unceremoniously into touch, and Sammy Smith like that one. Woodhouse picking up the plaudits. Good bit of work from the outside centre for New Milton. McCurdy again. With the line out. Goes long once more. Finds his captain. And a nice bit of work from Robinson at the back of the line for Wimborne. Golding. Golding wide to Woodhouse. A little step inside, but well tracked by Ford.
Just trying to do too much there. We just got to get a bit of rhythm to our game. It's going to come. We can feel the game building. Good kick and chase there.
Yeah, good vision from Harburn. Could see Sammy Smith there calling for the ball out wide, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get it to him. But it's rolled into touch, and pressure in terms of territory still very much on Wimborne.
Yeah, they've not really looked like they're coming out their half so far. New Milton applying all the pressure, and it will come.
Goddard with the throw, just evades the line out for Wimborne, and a bit messy through that last transition play. I can tell you Barnaby Booth, one of the new men on the field for Wimborne, just slipped through his hands there, the flanker in the number 20 shirt. So back we come for another scrum. Physically demanding first half, this one. This is really going to test the resolve of not just the New Milton players, but Wimborne as well. Alder just confirming to his backs that it's in fact a New Milton put in. Harburn to Golding again. Golding missing Woodhouse. Chance through the middle for Hinkson. Nice move.
Unlucky to not to get through there, but Campbell straight on his back, doing some work at the back row. Really good to see him getting involved in the rough stuff.
McCracken into contact. Good work here, not too many numbers committed as well. Out wide to Payne Owen. Payne Owen's off again. Oh, what a tap tackle from Harding. That's possibly a try-saving tackle from the big number 8 from Wimborne. New Milton having another dart at the line. Now, can they take this chance? Messy ball. New Milton slowed up here. Wimborne getting a chance to organise at the line, but Payne Owen from the bottom of the ruck. Oh, he's there. Oh, that's superb vision from the New Milton captain. Just had a little look before he picked and went, and he could see which line he wanted to attack on, and between two players for the opening try of the game. Well, great phase of play overall.
Yeah, very good. Bit of pace on the game now here. It really does help when the backs clear out their own ball sometimes. There straight away, Bruce coming in, clearing the threat. Allows Mark Harburn to get the ball out again and put a bit of pace back through the centres.
Yeah, good work as McCracken goes into contact, then recycled nicely. And this is Payne Owen at his best, but look at this tackle from Harding. That's a brilliant piece of work from the number 8. So New Milton have to go again. Good strong defence once more from Wimborne, and this is where I thought things had really spluttered to a close, Brendan.
Yeah, all gets a bit messy here, but New Milton managing just to keep this side of the ball, keeping the players away. You think at this point here the ball's lost. Jude looking for the ball, spying the backs, really looking to get the ball out here, but spots a bit of confusion around the side of the ruck here and manages to squeeze through the gap and just power his way over. Number 20 there from Wimborne, not quite sure, didn't know whether to drift of defence or staying tight. Unfortunately took a step and Jude saw the gap and went through. Absolutely the right decision to do with that sort of strength there. Great job.
Well, after dominating most of this first half, New Milton finally get their reward. 5 points on the board then for the home team in this Hampshire Colts Cup final, and a chance to add another 2 through fly half Campbell Golding, who's kicked pretty well all season, but this is a tricky one for him. Breeze right into his face and slanting across the posts. Good strike. Oh no, would you believe it?
That was really unlucky from out there, but that does mean we're only 5 points ahead, so a try from Wimborne now could put him right back into the game.
Yeah, look at the reaction here from Golding. It's a lovely strike. Is it going to squeeze in? No. He's got his own personal kicking tee assistant today.
That's a great job there from one of the minis at New Milton.
Well watched by Pegg from the restart. That's a great catch. Feeds Golding again, who puts his boot through it. A little bit central this one, easy for Tinsdale to spot, who juggles with it, but gets away. Out to Robinson. Robinson stopped. That's good tackling from New Milton, but very well recycled from the Rhino. And a bit of spoiling work from New Milton, so penalty goes Wimborne's way. Now, Rhino on the hoof, but a great tackle, double tackle from Hinkson and Budge. Out on Safari. He's picked up a little injury there, twisted his ankle, but Wimborne with a chance here to make ground. Pulled it out to touch. Again, not as far as they would like that ball to go, but safety first there from the Wimborne scrum half. And another chance for them to try and build something from the line out.
Yeah, Wimborne really want to just maintain a bit of pressure here and force New Milton into mistakes and maybe try and concede a penalty.
Good work once more. Once again, Robinson with the ball dumped by Payne Owen, the New Milton captain. No ground made as yet by the visitors. Nice run from Ludick, but he's snagged. Again, making the ball available. This is a bit more patient from Wimborne. Booth going back across field and into contact once more. It's free. Seconds ticking down. Mark Harburn, wise to the situation, just belts that into touch to finish the first half. And the players finish with a little discussion. Well, interesting opening 35 minutes there. New Milton finish it 5-0 up, but this is going to be a close one. And exactly as we were expecting in this final, a really tough contest.
Yeah, very tough and physical. Wimborne forwards really doing their jobs in the scrum, making it difficult for the New Milton pack, but the New Milton front row really holding their own. And the game, as you say, could have gone either way. New Milton just very lucky there in the far corner just to work the ball backwards, but it's nothing less than expected. A tough physical battle, both sides competing well for the ball.
Here we go then, 5-0 New Milton Colts at the end of this first half. Cracking second half, still to come. Welcome back to New Milton, the Hampshire RFU Colts Cup Final 2019. Wimborne now at the far end of the pitch, up against the hosts New Milton. And it is New Milton that lead this game by 5 points to 0. Solitary try from Payne Owen. Oh dear, and that is not the start that New Milton were looking for. Knock on from McCracken as he lined up to take that catch. Alongside me, Brendan Treacy. What are we expecting to see in this second half?
Pretty much more of the same. Wimborne probably trying to take a bit more advantage of the wind. New Milton now have got to really hit the hard lines, run the ball up through the middle and try and make Wimborne work hard for any sort of ground they can get. But the wind will definitely play a factor for Wimborne in this second half. And that probably wasn't the start we were looking for, but that's the start Wimborne were after. Put us under pressure early doors, so we'll see what happens here.
Put into this superb scrum. And that's a great push. Good effort from New Milton. Through the centres, Dan Clark snagged. Alder quickly onto it, but doesn't look like he knows which way he wants to go. That's all a little bit too slow and too flat from Wimborne. It's nearly through from Booth, well taken by McCracken. Just probing here, Wimborne, trying to find the gap. Back out to midfield. And once again, good solid defensive work from New Milton at the moment. This is more patient from Wimborne. Clearly Barry Maidment, Director of Rugby's had a word, but they'll be disappointed not to come up with that one. Penalty New Milton.
Great opportunity for us to clear. Nice big long kick. It's going to be difficult here in the wind, but it's a good chance for us just to put Wimborne back into their half and try and gain a bit of composure. Probably didn't go as long as we'd expect there, but New Milton here have just got to be steady in defence, not to concede any penalties, because they can soon rack up.
Well, Wimborne looking good here on the front foot, trying to make something of this early ground. Luddick taken down, just hanging on too long.
New Milton lucky not to get away there with a bit of a high tackle. The ref was wrong side there, but nothing offensive in that at all.
First line out of this second half. And Luddick picks off McCurdy's throw. McCurdy, though, didn't stand there and watch it, went straight into the action. Made sure he stopped anything developing. Harding, snagged again by McCracken, who's been all over him. That's been a really good contest today. Allen from the bottom of the ruck. No gain at the moment for Wimborne, but certainly prepared to keep the ball at close quarters. Alder getting a little frustrated, the scrum half, that he's not getting the ball quickly. Out wide to Harding. Nice cut back in from Marengi, the centre. But effectively, we're back to square one here.
Yeah, New Milton's defence is really solid. They're not going anywhere. And that's all we've got to do, is soak up this bit of initial pressure, gain some ball, nice bit of territory and play rugby from there. But Wimborne are going nowhere at this stage.
Well, they're a brilliant team, Wimborne. We know that at some point during this half, surely they're going to make something happen. And finally, Alder resorts to the boot, gets it into space. Sammy Smith picks it up, and the advantage that was being played by the referee is over. And we'll go all the way back. Interesting to see what decision Wimborne take here. They're going to go for the line. Harburn, can he keep it in? No.
Very unlucky there. Probably not the right guy to be on the far corner there to knock that in. But we'll see how New Milton defend this line-out. We've got a new jumper on now. It's Simon Cooper's come on. It's a specialist line-out jumper here. So we're hoping that he can put a bit of pressure on the Wimborne line-out here.
Mark Harburn not quite able to keep that one in play. Good effort, though, from the scrum half. And a decent kick as well from Alder. Lovely old-style boot. Nice comfortable catch for Luddick and a drive. New Milton have to be careful here. Wimborne getting a bit of a rumble on. Booth comes clear with the ball. Well stopped. Combination of Payno in there and Baker. And this is great work from New Milton on the way back, and this crowd to the right side of the pitch as we look at it, really getting behind the home team. And that's terrific work.
Really good hard work there, but Booth very unlucky not to have things go his way. He got his knees to the ground, the tackler should have been released, and perhaps the decision should have gone the other way. But those are very close calls.
Well, here's another look at this wonderful Wimborne line out. Brilliantly drilled, into position, and no challenge from New Milton. They knew that they couldn't get anywhere close to Luddick, so just waiting on the ground to contest what was a very organised drive.
Yeah, very clear, clinical line-out from Wimborne. If we're not going to go up there, New Milton perhaps really got to put some pressure on that drive, so we're a little bit slow to that, which is what gave them the edge there.
Harburn with the put-in. That's a great push from the scrum. Golding, oh, charged down by Booth. And New Milton get a little bit lucky. That stung the hands of Barnaby Booth in the number 20 shirt. And all a little bit slow from the base of that scrum.
Yeah, it's going to be nervy here. We should just take our time here around there, get the guards up, give Campbell a bit more space there so he can have the kick uncontested. So this is where it happens here. It's just time management, game management, realising we've got the ball back, slow things down a bit, put the guys in the right positions to make the right kicks. But we're very frustrated there, you can see.
Combination of frustration and a real hand stinger from Booth. Great attempted charge down there, and very unlucky that that one just squirmed off and out of touch. McCurdy with the throw right on his line. This is real pressure here. Oh, and they've just got hold of it, have they? No. And Wimborne going for the line, but Payne Owen doing enough to stop his man. Terrific effort from Jordan Warren, the flanker, but Payne Owen, well, very cleverly there, instead of going for the man, just went for the ball and got it.
Yeah, unlucky just to knock it down forward there himself, but we can see now New Milton just again got to soak up this bit of pressure and try and get the ball back into Wimborne's half.
More pressure still on New Milton with this scrum. Alder with the put in. Another good drive. And it's just gone off axis once again, so safety first as always, especially with this young group of athletes. We're going to reset again.
But New Milton really putting the pressure on now. That's a great scrum for New Milton. I think it's the first time we've really sent the Wimborne pack heading backwards, so we must really be feeling the pressure here and want to work hard to push them back.
Not the only ones, there's some worried faces amongst the New Milton parents on the sideline. Well, I think this plays into New Milton's hands, certainly, as we go to reset another scrum. Matt Whale there with his own comment on the game, and oh, not everybody can watch this one. This is close. Third time of asking. Another good push from New Milton. Wow. And Wimborne finally hold it. Chances, space here. No. Well, you can see the shake of the head from Ryan Wright immediately. He knows he dropped that ball as he got across the line. And that was, without doubt, Wimborne's best chance to open their account in this final. Good pressure from Payne Owen, but the ball definitely down.
Yeah, very, very unlucky there. I can understand his frustration, but Payne Owen got across and did the right thing in the far corner. Nothing less than I'd expect.
And no kidology whatsoever. Payne Owen absolutely fired up with that hit that he feels dislodged the ball. And Wright with a shake of the head to his teammates to let them know that no, that was not a try. Good sportsmanship from him, and really unlucky for Wimborne. Chance to clear the lines then. Big mitt on the ball from Payne Owen, takes it into contact. Well, that was risky stuff from New Milton. This has surely got to go to Golding to put his boot through it. And New Milton get another penalty. And take it away with a quick tap through Harburn. Just not patient enough there, Wimborne.
No, Wimborne, yeah, unlucky for New Milton here. We should have really just kicked for the corner there. We just done all that hard work to get the ball back into our hands, and there we were looking really to clear the quarters. And you can see the disappointment on the coach's face there as he realised we should have gone for the kick.
Yeah, Ian Christofiak, been with the squad now for around 6 months and has seen them through to this final. No damage done though for Wimborne. Got a little impetuous, but so did New Milton. And the penalty kicked into touch, so Goddard steps up once again, the hooker for Wimborne. Very important throw this, they've got to get this right. Another big scoring opportunity. Well contested by New Milton. Harburn lively to the danger. Kai Harding having a go from the back of the line, the number 8 for Wimborne. And this time Luddick, and Luddick held up. Again, good strength from New Milton on their line, but Wimborne getting closer and closer. Little juggle with the ball just stops that forward momentum for this Wimborne team, but they go again. Booth has another go, lines inside, and he's dropped it. Well, great work from Hinkson. The winger once again with another tenacious tackle.
Yeah, it's a real dogged defence from New Milton here. They're biding their time, but when it counts, they're really making the hits. just got to be patient here and just try and get out of their corner. See, Wimborne have won the ball back, and then Wimborne player really managed to put a bit of pace onto it. Real good scramble defence from Hickinson there. And the ball ultimately finding its way into the corner.
It's coming though for Wimborne. It is definitely coming. This is a sustained period of pressure, every bit as good as the period of play that we saw from New Milton at the start of the first half. But as we always say, when you're this close to the line, you've got to put points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they'll regret this later on in the game if they don't come away with some points. New Milton will feel proud of themselves here, just keeping them out, but at the moment it could go either way from this corner.
Let's go, Milton! Come on, boys, good start!
Good work once again from Payne Owen. They've tried that move a couple of times now just to create a bit of space. Now it's going to Golding. Golding's got to clear the defenders. He does, but he just couldn't get it far enough down the field. So Wright picks it up. Another good slippery run from the Wimborne winger before he's finally snagged. Some yards made by New Milton, but Wimborne come again. And a penalty for Wimborne. Well, Alder tries to go quickly, but referee says no, back you come. And a chance for Wimborne here just to think things through. So into touch once more. Another line out, and the pressure back on.
Yeah, that really was a good kick there. It's right where they want to be. New Milton again, just got to bide their time here. Resist any opportunity to snag for the ball. Just try and soak up the defence and get out of our corner. But it's a great bit of sustained pressure from Wimborne and an excellent bit of defence from New Milton.
Once again, a calm moment before the storm. Chance for the players to get their breath back. It's been pretty fast and furious. Goddard with another very important throw. Doesn't find his man, and Brennan Fry picks it off at the tail. Turnover ball for New Milton. Harben looking for Golding again. Finds him. And this time, Golding plants it firmly into touch. Lovely run this from Ryan Wright. The two defenders tracking up, Golding and McCracken. Watch Wright here spin away from the challenge. Fantastic bit of work from the Wimborne winger.
Yeah, Bruce really fighting his way across there. Almost made that tackle back on the inside there, but really fought his way across there and made a big difference to try and bring the player out into touch. But New Milton there at the back of that last ruck, a lot more time on the ball, which gave the fly half of New Milton Campbell a much easier kick and got us further down the field.
Line out again, this time finds his man. Goddard to Luddick. And New Milton doing the right things here, moving Wimborne wider and wider to that line. Still rolling though, still moving. Finally the ball comes out, they're going to go wide now, surely. Wright ships it off to Clark, Clark to Tinsdale, Tinsdale wide to Harries, the line's in sight, and Harries outpaces Sammy Smith and gets the ball down. And Wimborne are on the scoreboard with their opening try of the game. Few New Milton players, Brendan, asking here about a knock-on, but the try is good.
Yeah, I'm sure from where they were looking, it did look like a knock-on, but Wimborne doing really good. Some hard punching runs, managing to get the ball out through the tackles. Again, a nice drawn-out pass, and there you go, bouncing the floor and across. Makes the pass out to the winger, nice and hard. But once you've had those hard-line runnings, the defence are always caught in, so you may well get beaten out on the outside. But Sammy did a great job tracking the player across, and Wimborne excellently finished.
Yeah, a little bit wider angle here just to see how much ground was covered. There's the pass that hits the ground, bounces back into Tinsdale's hands, and then Tyg Harries applies the finishing touch. Great score from him, despite the attentions of Sammy Smith. And a very tricky kick, but remember, Golding missed his conversion in the first half, so this takes on an air of importance here. Alder, the scrum half, from the sideline. He's got the breeze in his favour, though. If he can just float it up into the wind. He struck it well. Here it comes, here it comes. Oh, that is a terrific kick.
That wasn't an easy kick under this pressure, and that will really give Wimborne a heads-up play for this next bit of play here now. He's got a great kick, eyes the posts. Nice steady run up, head down, and look at that head, down all the way through that kick. And that's the focus there from Wimborne.
Yeah, great stuff from Wimborne. They've been threatening all of this half and finally delivered. And with the converted try, that means Wimborne take the lead 7-5. Golding then with the restart for New Milton. And New Milton have got their hands on it. Brennan Fry, lovely follow-up. New Milton desperately need territory. Liam McCurdy into contact. He's had a good game so far, McCurdy. He's been one of the star performers in this Colts team this season. Feed on to Alex Baker on the charge, but Wimborne just transgressing, and that's not what they want to do straight after scoring. They don't want to give New Milton any encouragement here. Solid stuff from New Milton, and Brendan, fair to say both teams seem to have settled down a bit more now.
Yeah, settled down, got the nerves out of the way, but it's definitely game on. But the ball's going a little bit loose here. New Milton really, from the penalty, should have taken the wind out of Wimborne's game there and really kicked for the corner. But we're taking some good balls in. Nice and hard running. Just pulled the ball out, but just not quite low enough there.
Yeah, good work from Booth, stripping it out once, and then grabs hold of McCurdy and gets it again. So nice work from the replacement flanker.
Yeah, I don't think this game's going to be won easily from either side.
Well, that's what you want to see from a cup final. It's been a good contest so far, and now both teams have settled. We should get a final 20 minutes to really enjoy. Alder goes to his fly half, but a low pass from Ford, not picked up from Marengi. And having made the score, having played so well to get that try, Wimborne now handing the advantage back to New Milton.
Good bit of pressure there from New Milton backs, right where it counts, forcing the mistakes. Good scrum. The scrum here for New Milton in the second half has been much, much better. It's much more evenly matched. If we can get a nice ball out in between Jude's feet here, Mark will be able to decide what we're going to do with it.
We're going to reset. Just see the centre, Ollie Woodhouse, prowling in the background. Wimborne know that he's the danger man. If they can get the ball to him quick on those crash balls. Been very impressive this season, and there he is, the number 12, just hovering behind Golding. Away they go, Harburn taking that ball from Payne Owen off the back of the scrum. Nice little change up from New Milton. Yeah, that try line getting closer and closer. Payne Owen varying the line. Bit of space here into the corner. McCurdy picks it up, goes across, and he's there.
Oh, it's a great try. Zigzag running there, really putting Wimborne under pressure. There's no stopping Liam from out there. Really got low and shrugged a few players off his shoulders, but he's been a really good player this season.
Oh, that's a wonderful effort from Liam McCurdy. Saw his chance and took it quite brilliantly. But a really good run of play. I mean, this was about the 5th phase here from New Milton. Just kept probing, kept trying different lines, and eventually found the space.
Grabbing every inch there, crawling along the ground before he put the ball down. Nice body positions there from Jude Owen. Scrambles, you can see New Milton really hungry there, fighting along the line for the ball. And as we pick up and go back the other way, the defence don't know which way to go. And there he just tucks his shoulder under and goes through. It's a great try. Could be the decider.
Yeah, winger right up against McCurdy, no contest. And New Milton have retaken the lead, much to the delight of the substitutes. And it's going to be Golding from a very tricky position here, into the wind as well, trying to make the 2 points. Well, this is when that earlier conversion from a slightly easier position for Golding will be playing on the mind. This one, though, more of a kick to nothing. He's just got to hoof this into the wind and I think hope for the best. He's got a good boot on him, but this is a stiff breeze to be kicking into. Nice contact, gave it everything, but you can see the wind just holding that up
Yeah, on another day, a different breeze that have been slotted straight through. I've seen Campbell do that many times, but it's a really good effort.
2 tries to New Milton and the lead in this cup final, 10 points to 7. And this is going to be a fantastic final quarter. Wimborne with it all to do once again. But to their advantage, as they restart with order, they are just a penalty away from being level. Harben scurrying, Golding. Flighted ball out to Sammy Smith. That's a super catch from Smith. And a super bit of ground made. Just straightens things up. Does the fullback. Brennan Fry, pick and go. And Harben this time feeds Golding. Got pressure though, but manages just to get it past the defenders. And just past right out there on the wing, and that's good work from New Milton. The chasers doing a great job there.
Yeah, that was a great kick from Campbell Golding there. That was a crossfield kick, put pressure on the backs and came across and cleared it. Really good ball play for New Milton.
Wimborne then looking to restart. Another box kick from Alder. And this one is very good indeed. So with the wind, Alder's kicking has been fantastic in the second half.
Yeah, you can see how strong the wind was there, really. That box kick didn't have much length on it, but the height, the wind took it down right to where they want it. You can see New Milton being patient here, not to concede any penalties, but the box kick, he gets it away really well. Takes his time, plenty of height on it, and let the wind do the rest. Wimborne scrum half there, just realising New Milton's winger, Bruce Hinkson, slightly out of position. It's always dangerous there. When the ball's turned over, you've got to keep your eye out for those box kicks, especially into this wind.
Unfortunately, skew whiff throw from McCurdy. The breeze once again taking it off that straight line. It's tough for the hookers today. Referee giving Wimborne the choice, and they've decided to go midfield for the scrum. Another chance here to really set themselves. Just 3 points the difference in what has been an enthralling cup final.
Be a nervy scrum here for New Milton, but I'd expect them to drive hard on this one, put some pressure up on the 8, who I'm sure is planning to pick up and get the ball out wide. Yeah, uncomfortable start for both front rows there. Wimborne probably feeling the pressure as well, as both teams try and battle this out.
And I can let you know that one of the Wimborne backroom staff, statsman Mike Fort, has just passed a message to us up here in the commentary box to tell us that this is the 21st scrum of the game. Well, we thought the Packs were going to be getting through some work today, and that's exactly what has happened. Good drive again from New Milton, but well held by Wimborne. Good push back and a chance now. No. And the chance unfortunately missed. Dan Clark coming on the crash ball, the bigger of the two centres. But the ball just bouncing off his chest and away.
Yeah, that's a well-worked scrum from Wimborne. Nice early ball away, out to the fly half. But Golding and Woodhouse really leaving no room here as they're up in their face again, as the backs have been all game from New Milton. It's really good pressurised defence.
Number 22, John Donnelly, on the field for Wimborne. So the replacement starting to be used now by both teams. Simon Cooper in the number 19 shirt, the replacement flanker. Good line-out jumper, as Brendan said. He'll have an important role to play as this game moves into its final stages. Chance then to relieve the pressure here for New Milton. Golding on the run. Thought about kicking there, but goes to Smith, and it's Smith who kicks, and he's been absolutely smashed by Alex Robinson. And a little wink from the flanker there from Wimborne, just to let him know that he had his number there.
Yeah, Golding here was looking to kick them, but realised the drift defence was coming, leaving him no other option to pass it out. A little bit high there. So unfortunately Smith couldn't quite get the kick away, but a great cover tackle. And he's very pleased with that.
Robinson's moment of the game. And as you would expect from a very good flanker after a decent hit like that, just can't resist the opportunity for a bit of respectful afters. Goddard then. Wimborne hooker with this tricky breeze to contend with. Goes long, and that one you can quite clearly see just drifting off the centre line towards McCracken. But Brendan, you think that's a lot to do with the pressure Simon Cooper's putting on at the front of the line?
Yeah, if you get up early, just at the right point, not too early there, you can see it right now. The hooker's in doubt, he's got to go high, and that puts, particularly in this wind, puts it into peril of getting knocked down the line there. But that's a good early indication from Cooper putting some pressure on the line out.
So that means scrum New Milton. And their scrum has been very good in this second half. Really contested well, but Wimborne putting the shove on there. Harburn gets the ball to Golding. And a slightly more delicate kick now, easily read and easily picked up by Wright. Off on another scurrying run, but well patrolled by the New Milton defenders. Cooper up particularly fast. Box kick from Alder. Oh, that was a chance. That was a really big chance. And I just wonder if in the back of Alex Robinson's mind there, Sammy Smith was lining him up for a bit of payback.
I think he definitely was. Sammy Smith covered across there. Same as before, our winger had gone up too early. And that's going to be their phase all day long. Wimborne are just going to win the ball back and try and pin us down in the corner. It's their only hope at the moment, because they're not getting through the centres. Their only hope is to get us down in the corner, either try and score or get the line out. And it's working at the moment.
Smith in Robinson's peripheral vision, and he spills the ball into touch. That was a golden opportunity for what could possibly have been a match-winning try. Time for another replacement. Belbin off, and in comes Alex Good.
Yeah, Belbin, one of our younger Colts, had a great start to this season, but Good, second year into the Colts, and has been playing some storming games for our second and third teams this season, and I'm expecting him to make a direct impact into this game. Real good, solid player, and a good clubman too.
Alex Good then into the action and into the pack. That's good ball for Harburn. Once again feeds Golding. Oh, that's mighty close to another charge down. Right, patrolling the line very nicely, the winger. Tinsdale gets snagged midfield though by Woodhouse and Pegg. And look at that, Woodhouse straight on his feet to cause trouble. That's good defence from New Milton, and Wimborne have to start all over again. Well, they finally calm it down. Glavin on the charge. And New Milton come away with the ball. Diligent defence from them. Well, Brendan, they've avoided the penalties. They've kept the pressure on at the line. They've done very well.
Absolutely. Again, I keep saying it all throughout this game, the back line has been monstrous in defence. It's really stopping their playing, leaving Wimborne no other option apart from to kick it in these wins. Good decision there to bring the ball back, because I don't think we'd have made it through. Here I think we're either looking to put it at the corner or have another scrum. But here you can see the guys are right over the ball. Charge just right on top of his opposite prop here. They've been battling it out all day long in the scrums, and that's a one-up for Chargers there. Really good hard work. Both props have been playing excellently throughout the game today.
Well, Brendan Fry trying to get things started quickly, but the ref calling him back. And that just means a bit of thinking time here, but also running a few more seconds off the clock. And as the minutes tick down towards full time, that could prove invaluable here for New Milton, who have the lead in this match. 10 points to 7. Good work from Wimborne. They really are strong in that pack. New Milton have done well to hold them for the majority of this second half, but Wimborne clearly got a second wind here.
Yeah, the forwards here have really just got to focus on the task at hand, and that's the scrum. When their head's in it, they can really hold that pack or drive them back, but here their forwards are probably wondering what's going to happen next, and that sometimes takes the edge off the push.
Again, unstable, falls out the side to Alder. Chances here. Clark on the charge. Can he find his man? Harries has got it. Mighty close to the sideline here and just shepherded out. Sammy Smith covering very nicely indeed. And another chance goes begging for Wimborne.
Yeah, almost a direct replica of the first try. They get the ball out wide again. This time, Sammy Smith just holding inside his player there. And a little bit steadier on the tackle there. He's not going to have a repeat of the first try, so he did really well to get across there and just shepherd him into touch.
And good backup as well from Ollie Woodhouse. Kind of a double whammy there for Harries. So McCurdy, the hooker for New Milton, who's had a terrific game, and at the moment scorer of the try that separates the two teams. Goes to the front of the line, Simon Cooper, lively work from the replacement flanker.
Really good clearing out there from New Milton. This is precious ball time for them.
Oh, high ball for Golding, and he dwells over that kick. Good charge down. And Donnelly was mighty close there to pulling off an impressive score. But Sammy Smith wise to the problem. But again, Brendan, just not quite as slick from the bottom of this ruck as they would like.
Yeah, possibly just a little bit early. High ball there to Golding. Ball charge down, but fortunately here, the ball ends up over the try line, and Smith is clever enough to dive on the ball, which ultimately results in a 22 dropout, putting possession back into New Milton's hands. That should hopefully go for a big long kick. We don't want to rush this now, just take our time.
Golding then with the restart. Into that breeze, nicely caught by the winger Wright. Wright snagged by the other winger from New Milton, Hinkson. Again, good defensive work from New Milton. Nice little box kick though, and that one's bounced very kindly for Wimborne. Harburn and Smith both under it, but neither decided to catch it on the full.
No, a bit of communication there as the guy coming across, but again, same sort of play. Wimborne just looking to pin us down though. When we get back up into their 22, it really just got to try and soak up play, keep them pinned down. But it's good play from New Milton on both sides at the moment.
New Milton coach Ian Christofiak on the sideline there, just shouting out his instructions. I know he's feeling the pressure right now. This is a nervy finish to this final. Long throw, easily taken by Kai Harding at the back for Wimborne.
It's a great tackle from Jude there, driving the man back.
Robinson into contact. Is there another chance for Wimborne in this match? Well, they're going to get it via the penalty. Alder goes quickly and he's allowed to go. That's good work from Brennan Fry to tag the scrum half. Wimborne settle midfield. Pick and go from Harding. But the number 8 is held up nicely from McCracken. Luddick follows it up. Good work from the two big men in the Wimborne pack. Donnelly ships it out wider, but no way through still for Charlie Ford. Booth has a go. He's been good since he came on in the number 20 shirt. Glavin, oh, that's more like it. Rumbling run from Marley Glavin, but stopped by New Milton, and the penalty is awarded.
Yeah, that was great play from New Milton there. You just play passive defence, soak up defence, see your opportunity. And I think it was Alex Baker that ultimately came over and put some real pressure on the ball there and gets a turnover.
Quick restart. Cooper, tremendously mobile flanker on the run. Harburn keeps it tight. McCracken has his legs taken away by Robinson. This is terrific stuff. Both teams just fighting for some sort of control in the closing moments of this match. Well recycled by New Milton. Inside feed from Golding. Woodhouse on the charge, makes valuable ground.
Trouble is here, the game's not won for either team at the moment, so they're both fighting for it. New Milton can't afford to sit back and let this game come to them. They've got to go at it. It's hard to play both an attacking and a defensive game here. You can't, one error and there could be a breakaway try and it's game over for New Milton, so you've got to keep fighting. Defence isn't always the option here.
Well, they'll take that because it's a penalty to New Milton, and let's see exactly why. Good phases of play. This is Glavin actually on the charge, and it's Good and McCurdy that eventually bring him to the ground, but they've contained him well today. And an interesting decision here for New Milton, and I think it's the right one. They've decided, with that little bit of breeze drifting across the pitch, to give Golding another shot at goal. Now, this is burning seconds off the clock, and if he slots it, Wimborne would have to get a converted try to win the game.
Absolutely, he's counting down the clock. He's got a minute here, so he's going to take his time, and it's well within his reach now.
But he can kick this sort of distance. No, just drifting in the breeze. Well, Wimborne are going to pick this up. Chance for Wimborne here. No. Forward pass. And another frustrating moment for this Wimborne squad.
Yeah, they're very nearly there, Wimborne. They've had a few opportunities now, but if we look back at Campbell's kick, his head's down again. It's another good kick, but we're asking a lot of this now because he's got the wind coming right across. You've really got to be hitting towards the left-hand side of that poster, which he's done, but the wind is just bringing it across the front there, pushing it away.
Very well watched and a great catch from Ludick. And then on he goes, draws the tackle, looking to feed the centre Clark. And the reach from Clark tells you all you need to know. Forward pass. And another chance is left out there on the pitch by Wimborne. Look at Jude Payno, the New Milton captain, knew that that was a danger moment and they've survived.
Another important scrum here. Both sides can be battling it out. New Milton's just got to focus, almost direct replica of last time. Spun right round there, so New Milton just got to dig their heels in here and just really try and soak the pressure up.
I can tell you the clock is heading towards red. Another few seconds and New Milton will be in that position where they can just get the ball out of play and the trophy will be theirs. Mark Harburn knows that, just asking the referee for confirmation on the time. It's going down again.
That's okay, this is precious moments. You wouldn't always want the scrum to collapse here, but when the clock's ticking, every second's count. The clock doesn't stop here when it's just gone down there, so New Milton will regather. I can see Harburn there just double checking that this may be the last play of the game. If it is, New Milton just got to hold their nerves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Brendan. Referee has just confirmed that time is up. Mark Harburn, little nod over to Campbell Golding there to say, look, if I get my hands on it, it's going. Big moment for New Milton Colts. Clean ball, out it goes, and New Milton are the Hampshire Colts Cup champions for 2019. Well, terrific match, an intriguing match, Brendan Tracy. And in the end, it's the home side that just edge it by 3 points.
Yeah, absolutely nothing less than we expected. A real hard-fought battle from both sides. Ultimately, Wimborne just couldn't quite finish off in a couple of areas, but New Milton really stuck out and battled hard. And defence for New Milton centres ultimately, I think, won them the game.
Well, full credit to both teams. Terrific performance. Don't want to take anything away from a wonderful season for Wimborne. And very sporting gestures at the end of this one. The Wimborne players straight over to congratulate New Milton. And New Milton, well, after the shaking of hands, I think they can really start to enjoy this moment. And I think, Brendan, there might be a party or two.
I think there will be, and it may well go on long into the night, and goodness knows where. But they've done excellent this season. That's a double-header for them.
Confirmation then of that final score. New Milton Colts 10, Wimborne Colts 7. New Milton are the Hampshire RFU Colts Cup final champions for 2019. Goodbye from me, Simon Golding, and my co-commentator Brendan Tracy. Just time to leave you with some memories from a fantastic final.
Yo, Chuck, what's the move, man? I was on my way up here to the studio, you know what I'm saying? And this brother stopped me and asked me, yo, what's up with that brother Chucky D? He swear he nice. I said, yo, the brother don't swear he nice, he knows he's nice, you know what I'm saying? So, Chuck, I got a feeling you turning into a public enemy, man. Now, remember that line you was kicking to me on the way out to LA Lounge in Queens while we was in the car on our way to the shop? Well, yo, right now, kick the bass for them brothers and let them know what goes on.
Rolling stones of the rap game, not bragging. Lips bigger than Jagger, not sagging. Spell it backwards, I'ma leave it at that. That ain't got nothing to do with rap. Check the facts, expose those cats who pose as heroes, take advantage of blacks. Your government's gangsters, so cut the crap. A war going on, so where y'all at? Fight for power, cause great responsibility. F the police, who's stopping you from killing me? Disasters, fiascos, a loop by PE. If it's I instead of we believe in TV. Spreading rich and bitches, this new thing about snitches. Watch the masses move as the masses switches. System distant, but barely missed her. My soul intends to say celebrate my brothers and sisters. Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that. Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around, hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, they try to bring you down with them. But yo, Chuck, you got to tell them just like that.
Screaming gangster 20 years later. Of course, endorse while consciousness faded. New generations believe in them fables. Gangster boogie on 2 turntables. Show no love, so it's easy to hate it. Desecrated while the coroner waited. Any given Sunday, so where y'all raided? With slavery lynching and them drugs infiltrated. I'm like that doll Chucky, baby. Keep coming back to live love life like I'm crazy. Keep it moving, rising to the top. Duck fresh, clean living, you don't stop. Revolution means change, don't look at me strange. So I can't repeat what other rappers be saying. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Harder than you think is a beautiful thing. Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that.
Get up.
Just like that. Yeah, that's right, Chuck, man. That's what you gotta do. You got to tell them just like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause yo, man, let me tell you a little something, man. These brothers running around, hard-headed, they get a little jealous, you know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, they try to bring you down with them. But yo, Chuck, you got to tell them just like that.
So it's time to leave you a preview so you too can review what we do. 20 years in this business, how you sell soul, gee whiz. People bear witness. Thank you for letting us be ourselves. So don't mind me if I repeat myself. These simple lines be good for your health. To keep them crime rhymes on the shelf. Live, love life like you just don't care. 5,000 leaders never scared. Bring the noise is the moment they fear. Get up, still a beautiful idea. Get up, throw your hands in the air. Get up and show no fear. Get up if y'all really care. You need 20 years, now get up.
Yeah, that's right. We're public enemy number 1 in New York. Public enemy number 1 in Philly. Public enemy number 1 in D.C. Public enemy number 1 in Cleveland, Ohio. Also, we're public enemy number 1 in St. Louis. Public enemy number 1 in New Jersey. And Buzzard. We're also public enemy number 1 in Cincinnati. In Atlanta. We're public enemy number 1 in Chicago. Public enemy number 1 in Detroit. Public enemy number 1 in Oakland. Public enemy number 1 in Baltimore. Public enemy number 1 in Miami. Public enemy number 1 in Indiana. Also public enemy number 1 in LA. Also we're public enemy number 1 in Alabama, y'all. Public enemy number 1 in Tennessee. Public enemy number 1 in Mississippi. That's
There's 2 kinds of rugby players, boys. There's honest ones, and there's the rest. The honest player gets up in the morning and looks himself in the mirror and sets his standard, sets his stall out, and says, I'm going to get better, I'm going to get better, I'm going to get better.